Hello, I'm BMillzebub and welcome to my channel. You may have noticed recently that I'm in a bit of a race to 500 subscribers with the Bible Belt Atheist. So if you'd all do me a really huge favor, just scroll down a tiny little bit, hit that subscribe button, and together we can beat him to 500 subscribers.
And if you ask me, our days are numbered, falling one by one. It seems to me somewhere we blundered with blind faith and trust.
And before we get into it, I actually want to say a big thank you to Neil the 604 Atheist for allowing me to use a little bit of music from his band Liminus. I'm probably not saying that right. But yeah, if you enjoyed that little bit, you'll like it even more. You can find a link to Neil's SoundCloud down in the description below, so follow it over there and listen to his stuff. It's all really good. So with all of that out of the way, I actually wanted to do a video today talking about your assumptions about me. So yeah, let's look into that. The first assumption about me comes from Angie Dell, and she says, when I first met you, I assumed you were in a relationship. I think you would be a fine catch. I also get the impression that you are actually quite shy, but have a lot to say to the world. I can't speak English today, but have a lot to say to the world. I adore you. Well, Angie, I really appreciate that, and I adore you too. You make some really good content yourself. But no, I am not in a relationship. Been living the single life for many, many years now. But I'm glad you think I'd be a fine catch. And yeah, I am a little shy, but as soon as I get to, actually know somebody or a group of people, you kind of have a hard time shutting me up. And, the fact that I have a YouTube channel definitely solidifies your last assumption that I do have a lot to say to the world. Artemis Brain Sample says that I smoked pot exactly once and never again. You'd be wrong about that, my dude, because, yeah, I like pot. It makes me feel pretty good. I have to smoke it through like a water bong, though, or something like that. Something that, takes a bit of the harshness out. Otherwise, I have asthma. So if I get the smoke too directly, it really fucks with my ability to breathe. And that's not a good thing. I actually have a couple from BBA here. He says, you're an awesome guy who loves beer and talking about cults. The Catholic Church. Well, that is totally true, my dude, but you already know both of those things to be fact, so it's not really an assumption now, is it? And the second thing BBA's got for me is, if I had to make an assumption, it's that you're a hypocrite and you actually do like IPAs, but you were just shitting on them because you were jealous of Maddie getting beer brats made for him. It depends on the IPA, right? I really like hazy IPAs, but the rest of them, not so much. It's just way too bitter for my taste, and I'm not really about it. Nice guess, though. Up next is Godless Journey, who actually was the first person I ever collaborated with on my channel. And he says, I assume you're a hetero cis male. Yep. All right. Up next is #Heathen. The only assumption I have about you is that family and friends mean a lot to you, and you're likely to stick up for them like a big brother would do for a little sis or bro. I usually don't assume things about people, though. Yeah, I do kind of, I do that. I can be a little, I don't know, sometimes maybe overprotective of my friends and family, but, the people I care about, yeah, I'm going to step up for them. So, yeah, it's just how it works. And Jen with one N says, I assume you're tall, opinionated on topics you're passionate about, but otherwise shy. I assume you have a snappy temper on occasion, but are 99% cool and composed most of the time. Or I could just do a cold reading. I'm sensing an M and someone with head or heart pain. She meant to say heart pain. There's a little correction up there if you look. But yeah, that is a pretty accurate assumption. In the snappy temper, yeah, I can have a temper, but usually it takes a lot to, get me there. So fortunately, it doesn't make an appearance often. And Just a Humanist says you don't actually have horns growing out of your head. Shit. Misplaced Faith seems to think that I've dressed up as a Harry Potter character for Halloween more than once. Nope. I actually haven't done Halloween since I was a really little kid. I actually think that by the time the movies came out, I was pretty much done with getting in costume for Halloween. So, yeah. Mr. Bear says, I don't like making assumptions, but you seem mild-mannered, measured, and zen. Getting a lot of these. A lot of people are assuming that, I'm pretty chill and relaxed most of the time. I mean, yeah, they're right, but shit. It's a common thread I'm sensing here. Steve Bowman's got a couple. I don't know why, but I've always thought of you as being under 5'8". Nope, you are wrong. I am actually 6'1". So sorry, Steve. And he also says that my avatar horns are real. I wish they were, but as we saw with Just a Humanist thing, they're not, sadly. Or I could be storing them under my skin like Wolverine does with his bone claw things. Before, I mean, yeah. Let's just go with claws because, I don't know, the timelines get a little weird when you consider whether he's had the adamantium treatment or not. I don't know, let's just move on. And Wonder Lady's the last one I've got. Says, been trying to focus, but not enough data to make a random guess. And, I mean, that's kind of the point of an assumption, though. It's to extrapolate from the data that you do have, but it's all right, Faye. You're still good people. I like you. But that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, especially since I'm trying to beat BBA to 500 subscribers. So subscribe, please. Greatly appreciate it. I want to put the kid in his place. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you feel so inclined to help me out, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where I have monthly patron-only live streams, or consider getting me something from my Amazon wishlist. Every little bit helps, and every little bit is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, linked below, to keep up with all my comings and goings, and join my Discord for a chance to talk to yours truly. Take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.